Hello, guys. Welcome to the Nice Guy Podcast. This is episode. I think this is eight. Actually, yeah, this is eight. Um, welcome to another episode. Quick announcement. Me and the editor Nate have been brainstorming some actual things, and we're deciding to make commercials. So we're gonna pretty much the whole gist of it is pretty much make a commercial about anything that we want, but also make fun of a product. Just make a just make fun of a product like Apple. I don't know. I'm just making up ideas right now, but that should be a little fun, you know. But also, I'll be trying to be more active on the whole podcast thing, make expansions on it, just to work on some new stuff, you know. But also, I don't know. I'm just thinking right now, but yeah. So, welcome to the Nice Guy Podcast. Yeah, this is episode 8 once again. Well, wow, we're already at March. February went really fast towards a lot of things, and I think that it was pretty nice. I liked it, but there wasn't really a lot of things happening. Well, there was the Super Bowl, and I liked it, and it was pretty enjoyable. A little bit controversial, just a little bit, not a lot of controversy towards the whole like, oh, who should have won. But I'm pretty satisfied with who won in that Super Bowl this year. But who knows? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I actually want football season to come back already, man. I miss it, but now I'm just focusing on pretty much my education and a little bit of European soccer, like going for Liverpool and probably see what to do next. And and then I don't know. I'm really into sports a lot when I watch it cuz I'll be really active towards it. I'm not going to be like that really big fanatic like just going through like every single file of soccer and like watch it like 24/7. I'm not like that. I'll just watch the live game that is already live at the moment right now. But yeah, I really enjoy sports. But the only sport that I actually don't like nowadays is hockey, man. It doesn't call my attention a lot of times. And mostly for American hockey, cuz a lot of time or most of the clips that I see in the internet is pretty much fight scenes, cuz uh like hockey is a really violent game. Or not violent, it's just very aggressive in its own way of saying, "Yeah, I'm going to beat up this guy just for a little puck." And I'm like, you know what? I'll just be here watching soccer, and I'm hoping for another World Cup. That would be nice. Right now, during February there was the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. I watched a little bit of it. The I watched the what event was it? I watched the women's skiing. That was I liked it. But some of the contestants fell during the while they were going down the hill, or I think it was a hill, maybe it was a mountain, but there was some dangerous falls, and I was like, "What? That is crazy. How can they do that?" But I feel like they couldn't train a lot because of this whole COVID thing. They couldn't train enough because they were so limited on what they could do. But I don't know who to blame. The player, the contestant themselves, or just the people that didn't train enough train the person enough. But who knows? I would say that, yeah, I would say that it was pretty intense. Saying to myself, saying that, yeah, I would try to expand on what I want to watch. I started watching anime. It's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's the greatest. I just watch a bunch of like comedies. Watch a lot of. I sometimes watch horror. Some of the stuff is bad. Like I don't really like it. I get scared easily with the whole scary movie stuff. But I think think that there's many things out there that can expand. There's not really anything that would make me uninterested in many horror movies or shows. But they had the whole like how do I say this? They had the American Horror Stories. I think that was the name. Oh my goodness, they were so creepy. I didn't like them. They jeez, that was really awkward for myself and for a lot of people that watched it. I would say it was oh man, that was ah oh man, I can't even put a word towards what I'm trying to describe because it was so scary. And like I watched yesterday, there was a video of how many people are scared of clowns because of the horror movies, like 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 the original like started with, and then they started making like the higher or like a like I would call it like a remake, but say also that it wasn't. Man, I liked it. I liked the both movies. They had really good characterization. They brought back some of the old, like from the old show, and but a lot of movies nowadays are like I don't know, lazy writing, like the show or shows nowadays. It's lazy writing again, like Squid Game. Oh my goodness, Squid Game. I like Squid Game. It was I liked it. But a lot of flaws was that it was a lot of lazy writing because they would always talk about the main guy in the story on the show, and then who would have known the main character won the whole game. And they brought some good characters into it. Not a lot of character development, but man, I would have expected another character to win, not the main character. But I think they got nominated or something. I'm not very sure actually. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, they actually got nominated for something. I'm not very sure of it. Man, there's so many shows that were lazy writing. Like, who would have expected the main character with the most storyline ever, that he has no money, he's poor, he has a gambling addiction, he has no money still, and his only the only thing that saves him is a game that kills people at the same time. That kills how many people? I think 356. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure exactly, but there was a lot of people in that game that died. Most of them were innocent, but they all went there because they wanted was money. And that was I could say their only motivation of saying, "Yeah, I'm going to survive this thing." And most of the games that were in the show were a bunch of Korean old games that they used to play as kids. And then they'd be like, "Oh, I remember this. I remember this game when I was younger. We would do this." And then they had the cookie thing, or I think it was a cookie. It was a cookie. They would cut the shape. If they break the shape, they would get killed. Um, what else? They would have the marbles. They would choose how to play them with the marbles. If the first person got the most or got all the teammates marbles, he wins and the teammate dies. And man, I personally wouldn't expect that the old man was in on the whole thing. That was crazy for me. I was like, what? How did, I thought he died. But yeah, first of all, I want to say sorry for the spoilers. If you haven't watched the show itself on Netflix, I would recommend it personally, but also I'm sorry as well if I spoiled for anyone of you viewers that are watching. But yeah, the old man was pretty much all in on it, but also he had a brain tumor, so he died from it. Yeah, right. He died from it. Uh, Man, there's so much in the industry of entertainment, but nowadays people just play video games. They make a career for themselves, and that's how I started with my own thing. And I was like, you know what? Hey, why not? I'll start my own thing, but also want to expand. And like the whole thing with the the ads is a great idea for for me and editor Nate to express on what we want to do, and also make fun of our things. We haven't came up with like a title of the channel. I was thinking nice guy, nice guy commercials, and there'd just be like a bunch of like poop jokes, but also make fun of a product. Uh, One of my ideas was pretty much make fun of Apple, but also casually wearing Apple in the video, and I'd be like, "Oh man, Apple's so bad," but uses AirPods or uses the iPhone. But I think that was funny. But we'll see how that happens, and if that ever happens, I'll make sure to promote the channel as well, cause that's another project that we can be doing and expanding on what my or what our brand of Nice Guy is, because I'm pretty much the person on the mic that is always talking, and Nate is the other person that saves me on any type of thing, and we we can really make a good team on saying, yeah, we can make this idea, but also what if we can also do another thing, expand on ideas of saying, let's do this, but also let's do another thing of saying, uh, maybe we can make fun of this thing or talk about this certain topic in this sort of way. And I really appreciate how he has helped me for this long, you know. Uh, but a lot of my family members don't really know that I make a podcast. The only person that actually knows that I make a podcast is my dad. He supports me, but also says that if but don't stress yourself on this podcast because you also have to complete your education and just make your brighter future. And I say, yeah, I'm gonna do that as well with the podcast, and I'll still expand on my own things and learn more on my own education. Now that this whole pandemic is coming still harder and harder, and now there's conflict around us. There's many job opportunities that are available, like saying like airport, like a plane conductor, a plane. How do you say it? I forgot what it's called. I forgot English for a second. Like you just fly an airplane from here to here for an airline, and they were saying that, oh, we'll give free training and a career with us if you do this. And then I was like, I can actually make some good money with that. But I still have time to decide on what I want to do. I would like to do coding, but I feel like now that nowadays a lot of people are expanding on other things like cybersecurity, I would love to do cybersecurity. That is another thing that would interest me with a lot of things. I can work for government. Work for the government. What am I saying here? Uh, the government would be really scary for me, and I would feel like they would have a lot of high demand for me, saying that yeah, you have to do this for this long, but also you also have to do other things with expanding your education. I would accept the whole fact that I have to expand on my education, saying that yeah, I'm gonna do this as a full time career, but also I have other things to do. But right now, I'm just gonna concentrate on trying to finish high school, and then from there, I will see what will come next. But yeah, I will check that later. There's many job careers that are out there that are really cool. At the same time, saying that yeah, this one's cool, but this one's better. But ooh, like this one, I like this one. This one gives my interest. I know some people that want to be like, um, I know too many people that want to go to the army. Army doesn't, Marines, army. They don't really call my attention for many things because first of all, I'm an only child. I don't have brothers or sisters. Uh, I used to wish that I have I had a brother, a little brother or a sister, but things change, and pretty much I would say that yeah, I'm not gonna join the army. If I did do the army, I would probably do like an engineering thing um for the army, or I would become a doctor for the army. I don't know. But but combat itself, it doesn't call my attention at all. And many times of saying, yeah, I'm gonna actually do this, but also I can fight against another country, but also I want to save people. It doesn't really call my attention a lot of times. I would say maybe engineering, or there's one that really caught my eye one time. It was building, or, like engineering, like mechanical engineering. So like messing with like boats, cars, mechanicals. Like so like for example, like what's a good example? Roller coasters. You can build a roller coaster with that type of degree. Um like maintenance on the roller coasters, build planes, cars. um I wanted to do interior design, but I was like, man, it's a lot of math. It's not hard math, but it's just like the whole thing of you're very limited on what you can build. And like I've seen other people try that class, and they've been saying that, oh man, you have to really get a really good mindset of the house or a building. But I know a family member that wants to study that, and I support that person fully, in any type of way, but not money wise. Yeah, there's so many careers there, and I want to get the best for myself, and I want to really expand and make a brighter future for myself. But really, I just have like I'm, man, I have like 2 years ish, more than half a year, or maybe a year and a half. I have left of high school, and then I really don't know what to do or to decide on. And I got one time I got interviewed for the school paper. It was all right. I was really nervous. I was like, "What is this for?" And they were like saying that they don't know about the podcast at all. Nobody a lot Not a lot of people in my school know about the podcast. I don't know why. Mostly the people that know most of the podcast are pretty much people that I know of for a long time in my school, and saying, "Yeah, I have a podcast." And not a lot of people that I know of in my school that I don't really talk to know about my podcast, because I'm saying, "Yeah, yeah, I'm just a normal dude that 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 goes to school but makes podcast after school, and tries to make a brand of himself being the typical nice guy." And but I get suggestions during school saying, "Yeah, you have to bring more guests." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm trying. I can't." But like I try so many times. I want to bring Nate back, because that was really fun with him. It was a really fun time with him. We were still thinking about getting. I'm trying to get him back on the podcast because he's such a good dude. Like you guys as the viewers just see his editing skills. He expands on his editing so many times, and I'm utterly impressed of how good he has been on trying to give me suggestions, but also learn the many things that he can do. Um, but also he, oh yeah, and this weekend or something like that. This weekend we're gonna go meet up and with his friend and then another friend of ours from our school. Uh, we're gonna go airsoft. I don't. Oh my goodness, I'm actually nervous about airsoft. Airsoft scares me a lot of times. When I look at these people with like almost realistic guns, they're like, oh my god, this person has a real gun. And then you see an orange tip, and you're like, oh, it's an airsoft gun. We're good. Uh, but like a lot of people that play airsoft are mostly adults because they're bored or something. They're really bored in their own lives, or they just don't know what to do, or they just like going outside in the cold or hot weather, hang out with friends, and then play a couple games of airsoft for a good I could say like 6 to 8 ish hours. But yeah, I really enjoy it's not really considered a sport, but I would say it's a sport itself. Saying yeah, you have to eliminate some players just to win. But the one that we're going, we already went there a couple months ago together, and oh my goodness, the whole place was huge, and I was like, man, oh my goodness, this is a really good place. And I was saying, yeah, I would enjoy saying that I had some fun. It was oh my goodness, it was so large. It was utterly incredible how in the middle of nowhere, first of all, we were first of all in the middle of nowhere, uh and there was no signal. There was a little bit of signal, but not enough to say, yeah, there's signal. Uh and we they had like a lot of like they had to rent, you had to rent, you had to pay for the entry to play. What else? They gave us a gun. They gave me a gun, cause Nate has his own. And but I got to try out his weapon. It's pretty heavy. A lot of and he was telling me to invest on one, and I was like, should I really invest on airsoft? And he was like, it's not hard because I'm more of a paintball person because I don't like to uh I would like to play airsoft more often, but I already have paintball guns that are there available to me more often. And I was like, am I gonna have to be with the struggle of saying, yeah, I have to clean it? Cause when you own a paintball gun and you shoot it for a while, or you have a day like of paintball, paint gets inside the whole gun, and you have to clean it, and it's really annoying. And I think one of the guns that I own have broke. I got really upset of it. I think it broke. I'm not really sure of it. I checked it a bunch of times, and like it doesn't seem to work a lot. But I have another one. Still, it's really good. I like it. But Nate is more like, yeah. I prefer airsoft. I don't blame him. If he likes a thing, I won't judge him a single thing. But if he likes another thing, if he likes something, he'll dedicate himself on trying to like um maybe dedicate more often to the sport, or say the activity itself. Uh but yeah, I really don't have much to say right now to towards that. But everyone has their own interest. I have my own interest as well. But I think airsoft is fun at the same time as paintball. They're both good. You always go outside. I like going outside when you have to go with friends. Man, but this weekend's is gonna be fun. Uh, but yeah, this has been episode 8. Thank you for listening to this podcast, and maybe next week we'll have another episode. Yes, maybe. Sorry, I coughed. I hate when I cough during I talk, cause it's so annoying. And I don't like that. Like I feel like I stutter if I do that, but it messes with me a lot of times. And saying that I'm talking to someone face to face, and then now that we have this COVID thing, and they're like, whoa, COVID, man, and I'm like, bro, I just choked on my saliva, or I I just coughed for no reason. It just came out of nowhere. But yeah. Next week I will post another episode. What else? Yeah, the commercials. Uh, that will come up soon. I don't know the exact date for it, but it's gonna come soon. What else? There's another thing. Uh, Man, just be careful out there, man, because there's so many things that are really scary, but also just don't rely on other things saying, yeah, you'll be fine. No, just be careful out there, you know? Just Yeah, just be careful. Okay? But yeah, this has been episode 8 of the Nice Guy Podcast, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.